Welcome to the Wizard's Page, where the magical world of Hogwarts meets the power of storytelling. Whether you're a longtime fan of J.K. Rowling's enchanting series or a curious newcomer, you're in the right place. Here, we embark on a journey through each chapter of the Harry Potter series, chapter by chapter, book by book. In each episode, I'll walk you through the key moments, untangle the mysteries, and explore the deeper meanings behind every spell, every challenge, and every triumph that Harry and his friends face. But this is more than just a summary. We'll take time to revisit those moments that made us laugh, cry, and gasp in awe. Along the way, we'll uncover hidden details, fun facts, and magical secrets that even the most seasoned wizards and witches might have missed. So, if you're ready to relive the magic or discover it for the first time, grab your broomstick, your wand, or maybe just a cup of butterbeer. Take a seat because we're about to dive into a world where anything is possible, where bravery, friendship, and love can conquer all. Join me as we step beyond the pages and into the very heart of Hogwarts, where every chapter brings us closer to the magic. This is the Wizard's Page, and our journey starts now. Chapter 1 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, titled The Boy Who Lived, introduces us to the mundane world of the Dursleys and hints at the magical events occurring around them. Mr. Vernon Dursley notices odd occurrences, like people in cloaks celebrating and a cat that seems to be watching him. That night, Albus Dumbledore, Professor McGonagall, and Hagrid arrive on Privet Drive, where they leave a baby, Harry Potter, on the Dursleys' doorstep. Dumbledore explains that Harry's parents were killed by Voldemort, who mysteriously lost his powers when trying to kill Harry. The magical community celebrates, as Harry is now famous as the Boy Who Lived. Key differences from the movie. In the book, we see much more of Mr. Dursley's day and his growing confusion over magical sightings and celebrations. The movie skips this, going straight to Dumbledore's arrival. The book highlights Professor McGonagall's transformation from a cat and her deep worry about Harry's placement with the Dursleys, providing more backstory and insight into her character. Dumbledore's gadgets, like the Put-Outer, renamed the Deluminator in later books, play a more subtle role in the book's scene than in the film. Crux of the chapter. This chapter sets the stage for the magical journey ahead by showing that Harry Potter's life is special, and the wizarding world already knows of him. His quiet beginning with the Dursleys lays the groundwork for his rise into the magical world. It's a mix of suspense and foreshadowing, making readers curious about Harry's future. In Chapter 2 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, titled The Vanishing Glass, we are introduced to the Dursleys' neglectful and cruel treatment of Harry. As Dudley's birthday approaches, the Dursleys reluctantly bring Harry along to the zoo. At the zoo's reptile house, Harry has a mysterious interaction with a boa constrictor, speaking to it without realizing he's using a language unknown to him at the time. The glass in front of the snake's tank vanishes, allowing it to escape, and Harry finds himself punished back at the Dursleys' house, though he has no idea how he made the glass disappear. In the book, Harry's interaction with the snake is more detailed, and it hints at his magical abilities subtly, while the movie presents it as a more straightforward accident. The book goes further into the Dursleys' resentment and fear of Harry's magic, revealing their discomfort with any strange occurrences he might be responsible for. Crux of the chapter. This chapter emphasizes Harry's isolation and his mysterious powers, which he doesn't yet understand. It sets the tone for his life with the Dursleys and the feeling that he's different, foreshadowing his connection to the magical world. This chapter hints at the magic within Harry, though he's unaware of it, leaving us curious about what lies ahead. In Chapter 3, The Letters from No One, Harry begins to receive mysterious letters addressed to him with surprising accuracy, down to his exact location in the Dursleys' house. The arrival of these letters alarms Uncle Vernon, who becomes increasingly frantic as he tries to prevent Harry from reading any of them. Despite Vernon's attempts, boarding up the mailbox, burning letters, and even taking the family to remote locations, letters continue to find Harry wherever they go. This chapter captures the growing suspense and inevitability of Harry's connection to the magical world, symbolized by the relentless letters that defy all of Vernon's efforts to keep Harry in the dark. Key differences from the movie, locations, and Vernon's desperation. In the book, Vernon takes the family to various unusual locations to escape the letters, including a hotel and a small hut on a rocky island. The film condenses this part, showing only the final location, the hut on the island, omitting the gradual escalation of Vernon's desperate antics. Emotional build-up. The book emphasizes Uncle Vernon's descent into near madness, with vivid descriptions of his unkempt appearance arrogance and paranoid behavior. This detailed portrayal of his desperation is toned down in the movie, which focuses more on the arrival of Hagrid. Growing curiosity. The book showcases Harry's rising excitement and confusion as he realizes someone is trying to reach him. The movie doesn't explore this internal shift as deeply, as it's condensed for time. Crux of the chapter, the relentless arrival of the letters symbolizes Harry's unbreakable link to the magical world and his true identity, which the Dursleys have tried to hide. Despite their efforts, the magical world is determined to reach Harry, setting the stage for his journey beyond the confines of the Dursleys' control. This chapter builds the tension, leading to the momentous arrival of Hagrid in the next chapter. Chapter 4 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, titled The Keeper of the Keys, introduces the character of Hagrid and sets the story of Harry's true identity into motion. Here's a breakdown of the chapter's key points, the core message, and notable differences from the movie. Key points. Hagrid's arrival. At the stroke of midnight on Harry's birthday, Rubeus Hagrid, a giant of a man, literally breaks down the door of the hut where the Dursleys have taken Harry to avoid his Hogwarts letters. Revelation of Harry's identity. Hagrid reveals to Harry that he is, in fact, a wizard and has been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. This is a shock to Harry, who has lived a life of neglect with no knowledge of his true heritage. The truth about Harry's parents. Hagrid explains that Harry's parents, James and Lily Potter, were not only wizards but were also murdered by the dark wizard Voldemort. This is the first time Harry hears about Voldemort, the tragedy of his parents' death, and how he survived the attack with only a lightning-shaped scar. Harry's fame. Hagrid reveals that Harry is famous in the wizarding world for surviving Voldemort's attack as a baby, an event that is still talked about a decade later. Dursley's reaction. When Hagrid accuses the Dursleys of hiding Harry's true identity, they reluctantly admit to knowing he was a wizard. Vernon Dursley makes it clear that they hate the wizarding world and tried to keep Harry from it. Magic by Hagrid. Furious at the Dursleys for their mistreatment of Harry, Hagrid performs magic in front of them, giving Dudley a pig's tail as punishment. Crux of the chapter. This chapter serves as the gateway for Harry and the readers into the magical world. It's the moment when Harry learns who he truly is and is given a glimpse of the world awaiting him, a world where he is valued and known, unlike his life with the Dursleys. This revelation begins Harry's journey from an ordinary boy to a wizard with a unique destiny. Differences from the movie extended conversation. In the book, Hagrid's explanation of Harry's past, his parents, and the wizarding world is more detailed. The movie condenses this, giving only the essentials. Vernon's reactions. In the book, Vernon Dursley reacts with anger and even tries to physically stop Harry from leaving with Hagrid, but the movie focuses less on his outburst. Hagrid's backstory and frustration. The book details more of Hagrid's frustration over the Dursleys' treatment of Harry, which adds to his character. In the movie, this is shortened for pacing. This chapter introduces several critical elements that set the stage for Harry's adventure, making it a turning point in his life as he steps into a magical world full of mystery, danger, and wonder. It gives Harry and the reader a sense of belonging and wonder about the magical world, marking the start of his journey from a life of neglect to one of potential and purpose. Chapter 5 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, titled Diagon Alley, introduces Harry to the magical world in all its vibrant wonder. With Hagrid as his guide, Harry takes his first steps into a world that has been hidden from him, full of enchanted shops, magical creatures, and the promise of adventure. Key points. Journey to London. Hagrid takes Harry to London for school supplies, starting with a visit to the Leaky Cauldron, where Harry experiences his fame as the boy who lived for the first time. Diagon Alley. Hagrid opens the magical brick wall, revealing the bustling Diagon Alley, filled with enchanting shops and magical wares. Gringotts. Visit. They stop at Gringotts Visiting Bank, where Hagrid retrieves a mysterious package from Vault 713. For Dumbledore, and Harry collects his parents' fortune from Vault 687, leaving him amazed at his newfound wealth. Shopping for school supplies. Harry visits various shops, including Madame Malkin's for his robes, Flourish and Blots for textbooks, and a magical apothecary for potions ingredients. Ollivander's. Wand shop. Harry gets his wand, which shares a unique connection with Voldemort's wand, foreshadowing their intertwined fates. Ollivander hints at the wand's role in Harry's destiny. Hagrid's role. Hagrid introduces Harry to this magical world with warmth and pride, showing his protective nature while also mentioning his expelled status and his love for magical creatures. Crux of the chapter. This chapter immerses Harry and readers into the magical world for the first time. It is a turning point where Harry moves from being a boy overwhelmed by his new identity to feeling a sense of belonging. The chapter highlights themes of wonder, destiny, and self-discovery, while hinting at the mysteries surrounding Harry's connection to Voldemort. Differences from the movie Leaky Cauldron scene. In the book, Harry's fame is more pronounced, as wizards in the leaky cauldron recognize and celebrate him. The movie simplifies this interaction. Shopping details. The book provides a richer description of Harry's shopping experience, including stops at more shops. The movie streamlines this to focus on Ollivanders, Gringotts, sequence. The book emphasizes the significance of the mysterious package in Vault 713, while the movie briefly mentions it without much focus. Hagrid's backstory. The book explores Hagrid's history, including his expulsion from Hogwarts and his love for magical creatures, giving more depth to his character. This chapter is a magical initiation into Harry's new life, filled with wonder and foreshadowing, preparing him and readers for the adventure awaiting him at Hogwarts. Chapter 6. The Journey from Platform 9 3/4 from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Key points. Hogwarts Express. Departure. Harry travels to King's Cross Station with the Dursleys, who mockingly leave him to figure out how to find the Platform 9 3/4. Meeting the Weasleys. He overhears Molly Weasley explaining how to access the platform by running through the barrier. This is Harry's first encounter with the warm and bustling Weasley family. First friend, Ron Weasley. On the train, Harry meets Ron Weasley, who becomes his first real friend. They bond over sweets from the trolley, including chocolate frogs and Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. Draco Malfoy's introduction. Draco Malfoy introduces himself, offering to guide Harry in choosing the right sort of friends. Harry declines, signaling his rejection of Draco's elitist views. Hogwarts. Hype. Ron explains Quidditch, visiting families, and the reputation Harry has in the magical world. Harry begins to learn about the Wizarding Society. Final arrival. The chapter ends as the train reaches Hogsmeade Station, where the first years are greeted by Hagrid to be escorted to Hogwarts. Differences from the movie. More focus on the Weasleys. In the book, Harry watches the Weasley family interact for longer before approaching them. Ginny has a brief but memorable moment, wishing she could go to Hogwarts too, which is omitted in the movie. Draco Malfoy's meeting. In the movie, Draco's introduction happens at Hogwarts, but in the book, it occurs on the train. Trolley scene expansion. The book goes into more detail about the magical sweets, including Ron's hand-me-down sandwiches, showcasing his modest background compared to Harry's newfound wealth. Crux of the chapter. This chapter introduces Harry to the magical community and begins establishing key relationships, including his friendship with Ron and his rivalry with Draco. It also highlights Harry's transition from the oppressive Dursleys to a new world full of wonder, warmth, and the promise of belonging. The Chapter 7, The Sorting Hat from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Key points. Arrival in the Great Hall. Harry, Ron, Hermione, and the other first years are led into the magnificent Great Hall of Hogwarts by Professor McGonagall. The enchanted ceiling, which mirrors the night sky, amazes Harry. They see the long house tables and the staff table where teachers, including Dumbledore, sit. The sorting ceremony. Professor McGonagall explains that the sorting ceremony will determine their house. Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. The Sorting Hat, an old, patched, magical hat, sings a song describing the qualities of each house. Harry's sorting. Harry is nervous about which house he'll be placed in. When it's his turn, the sorting hat is placed on his head. The hat debates between Slytherin and Gryffindor, sensing Harry's potential for greatness. Harry strongly wishes to avoid Slytherin, so the hat places him in Gryffindor. Ron, Hermione, and Neville also join Gryffindor. Draco Malfoy is sorted into Slytherin. The feast and introduction to Hogwarts. After the ceremony, a lavish feast appears on the tables. Harry is introduced to the magical food and enjoys it immensely. During the meal, the ghosts of Hogwarts make their entrance, including Nearly Headless Nick, the Gryffindor house ghost. Meeting Dumbledore and school rules. Dumbledore gives a quirky, light-hearted speech and warns students to avoid the Forbidden Forest and a mysterious third-floor corridor. The chapter closes with Harry reflecting on his new life as he heads to the Gryffindor dormitories in the tower. Differences from the movie. The book provides much more detail about the Sorting Hat song, which is omitted in the movie. Harry's inner conflict during the sorting is more fleshed out in the book, with the hat explaining why Slytherin would suit him and his determined wish to be in Gryffindor. The movie condenses the sorting ceremony, skipping over many of the other first year's sortings. The ghost's grand entrance during the feast is entirely missing from the movie, leaving out Nearly Headless Nick's humorous interaction with the students. Dumbledore's peculiar speech about nitwit, blubber, oddment, tweak is reduced in the movie. Crux of the chapter. This chapter is pivotal as it establishes the houses, their significance, and Harry's first major decision, rejecting Slytherin and choosing Gryffindor. It introduces the grandeur of Hogwarts, sets the tone for Harry's life at the school, and hints at challenges ahead, particularly with the mysterious third-floor corridor. The Chapter 8, The Potions Master, from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Key points. Harry's first day of classes. Harry begins his life as a Hogwarts student with a packed schedule of magical classes, including Transfiguration, Charms, and Defense against the Dark Arts. Professor McGonagall demonstrates Transfiguration by turning her desk into a pig, impressing and intimidating the students. Meeting Snape, Harry attends his first potions lesson with Professor Snape in the dungeons. Snape, from the start, singles Harry out, showing disdain and mocking him for his fame. During the lesson, Snape questions Harry about obscure potion ingredients like Bezoars and Wolfsbane, embarrassing him in front of the class. Rivalry with Draco Malfoy deepens. Draco Malfoy continues to antagonize Harry, and it becomes clear that their rivalry will be central to the school year. Mail delivery and the mysterious package. Hedwig delivers a letter to Harry during breakfast, marking his first ever piece of mail. Harry notices Hagrid receiving a mysterious package, later revealed to contain the Philosopher's Stone, though its importance isn't fully explained yet. Friendship with Hagrid grows. After a tough day, Harry visits Hagrid in his hut, where he learns more about the magical world and Hagrid's fondness for him. Hagrid inadvertently reveals hints about the Philosopher's Stone and mentions Nicholas Flamel for the first time, though Harry doesn't yet understand the significance. Differences from the movie. Snape's introduction. In the book, Snape's hostility toward Harry during the potions class is much more detailed, showcasing his sharp personality and favoritism towards Slytherins. The movie condenses this scene and makes it less harsh. Class details. The book provides more depth about the magical subjects Harry studies, like Transfiguration and Charms, and his struggles as a new wizard. This is mostly skipped in the movie. Hagrid's package. The scene where Hagrid receives the package, Stewster, containing the Philosopher's Stone, is omitted in the movie, which shifts the introduction of the stone to later scenes. Mail delivery. Harry receiving his first mail from Hedwig isn't shown in the movie, missing a touching moment about his newfound place in the wizarding world. Crux of the chapter. This chapter introduces two critical dynamics in Harry's journey: his tense and adversarial relationship with Snape, which will shape much of his Hogwarts experience, and his growing friendship with Hagrid, who serves as a mentor and guide in his early days at school. It also hints at the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone through subtle clues, laying the foundation for the main plot of the book. Chapter 9 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, The Midnight Duel. This chapter focuses mainly on flying lesson. The chapter begins with Harry and his classmates attending their first flying lesson with Madam Hooch. Neville accidentally breaks his wrist after a mishap on his broomstick. Malfoy steals the Remembrall, while Madam Hooch takes Neville to the hospital wing. Draco Malfoy snatches Neville's Remembrall and taunts Harry. Harry's first flight. Harry's natural flying ability is revealed when he chases Malfoy to retrieve the Remembrall. He performs a spectacular dive, catching the ball mid-air, impressing Professor McGonagall. Joining the Quidditch team. McGonagall is so impressed with Harry's skill that she recruits him to Gryffindor's Quidditch team, making him the youngest seeker in a century. The Midnight Duel Challenge. Malfoy, frustrated by Harry's success, challenges him to a midnight duel. Ron encourages Harry to accept the Forbidden Corridor. Incident. While sneaking out for the duel, Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Neville, who accidentally joins them, end up in the forbidden third-floor corridor. They encounter Fluffy, a massive three-headed dog guarding a trapdoor. The group narrowly escapes and returns to their dormitory. Crux of the chapter. This chapter highlights Harry's exceptional flying skills, marking the beginning of his Quidditch journey. It also builds tension around the mystery of Fluffy and the trapdoor, hinting at something crucial being hidden at Hogwarts. Differences from the movie Neville's role. In the book, Neville accompanies Harry, Ron, and Hermione during the midnight escapade. In the movie, Neville is absent. Malfoy's challenge. Malfoy's direct involvement in the duel setup and the tension it creates is more detailed in the book than the movie. McGonagall's Quidditch recruitment. The movie simplifies the process, showing McGonagall recruiting Harry without the full context of his flight to retrieve the Remembrall. The Chapter 10 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone titles. Halloween starts with flying lessons. Harry and his classmates attend their first flying lesson with Madam Hooch. Neville injures himself after losing control of his broom, leading to a visit to the hospital wing. Draco Malfoy finds Neville's Remembrall and, to taunt Harry, flies off with it. In a daring move, Harry retrieves the Remembrall mid-air, impressing Professor McGonagall, who witnesses his flying skills. Joining the Quidditch team. Professor McGonagall introduces Harry to Oliver Wood, captain of the Gryffindor Quidditch team. Harry becomes the youngest seeker in a century, marking the beginning of his Quidditch journey. The troll incident. On Halloween, the school is disrupted by the announcement of a mountain troll loose in the castle. Ron and Harry, realizing Hermione is unaware of the danger, rush to find her. The boys discover the troll in the girls' bathroom, where Hermione is trapped. A chaotic battle ensues, and together they knock out the troll with a combination of bravery and accidental teamwork. Oh, this incident solidifies the trio's friendship. Differences from the movie's flying lesson. Details. Oh, the book provides more context about Neville's struggles with his broom and Malfoy's bullying. Oh, in the movie, Harry's dive to retrieve the Remember-All is dramatized but condensed. Quidditch recruitment. Oh, the book describes Harry's introduction to Quidditch in more depth, with McGonagall actively advocating for it. Oh, the movie omits Wood's detailed explanation of the game and Harry's excitement at joining the team. Hermione's emotional arc. Oh, in the book, Hermione isolates herself due to her embarrassment from an earlier argument with Ron. Oh, the movie simplifies this subplot with less emphasis on her feelings before the troll scene. Troll battle. Oh, the book vividly describes the trio's teamwork and clever thinking, like Harry grabbing the troll's glove. Oh, in the movie, this scene is shorter and more focused on action. Crux of the chapter. The chapter is a turning point for the story and characters. It introduces Harry's natural talent for flying, foreshadowing his role as a seeker, and showcases the courage and camaraderie that defines the trio's friendship. The troll incident cements the bond between Harry, Ron, and Hermione, uniting them as a team for the first time. And that wraps up the chapter of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to join me as we dive deeper into the magical world of Harry Potter, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Boundless Books, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support helps keep the magic alive. See you in the next chapter. Until then, happy reading. TT, the Chapter 11 of the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Quidditch introduces Harry's first Quidditch match, highlighting the excitement and tension of the wizarding sport. It also builds suspense around the mystery surrounding Snape and the mysterious object hidden in the castle. Key points. Quidditch. Introduction. The chapter begins with Harry nervously preparing for his first match. Wood provides final strategies, and Hermione reassures Harry. Harry's new Nimbus 2000 and his skills as Seeker are emphasized. The match. Gryffindor faces Slytherin in an intense match. Harry performs well but struggles when his broom acts erratically, almost throwing him off. Suspicions about Snape. Hermione notices Snape staring at Harry while muttering under his breath. She and Ron deduce he's jinxing Harry's broom. Hermione sneaks into the stands and sets Snape's robes on fire to break his concentration. Victory. Harry regains control of his broom and manages a daring capture of the golden snitch, winning the game for Gryffindor. Harry inadvertently swallows the snitch, adding a comedic element to the triumph. Uncovering the mystery. The trio pieces together that Snape tried to enter the forbidden third-floor corridor but was thwarted by the three-headed dog Fluffy. They link this to the object Hagrid brought from Gringotts. Differences from the movie. Extended match details. The book provides a vivid description of Quidditch, highlighting strategy, teamwork, and Harry's near-death experience. The movie condenses the match, focusing primarily on action. Snape's suspicious actions. The book clearly shows Hermione noticing Snape muttering, a detail glossed over in the movie. Fire scene. In the book, Hermione directly sets Snape's robes on fire, while the movie alters this to a generic distraction. Post-match mystery. The book delves deeper into the trio's analysis of Fluffy, Snape, and the hidden object, while the movie minimizes this conversation. Crux of the chapter. This chapter combines thrilling action with growing intrigue. Harry's broom incident heightens tensions surrounding Snape, leading the trio to speculate on his involvement in the larger mystery. It also cements Harry's role as a skilled Quidditch player and adds a light-hearted moment of victory, balancing suspense with humor. And that wraps up the chapter of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to join me as we dive deeper into the magical world of Harry Potter, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Boundless Books, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support helps keep the magic alive. See you in the next chapter. Until then, happy reading. Welcome back to Boundless Books. In this video, we explore Chapter 12 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the Mirror of Erised. This chapter introduces one of the most magical and mysterious objects in the wizarding world, the Mirror of Erised. Key points. 1. The discovery of the mirror. Harry stumbles upon the Mirror of Erised, which shows him an image of his deceased parents, Lily and James Potter, standing by him. 2. Harry's obsession. Harry returns to the mirror multiple times, becoming increasingly fixated on seeing his parents. 3. The lesson from Dumbledore. Dumbledore explains that the mirror does not show the future or reality, but rather what the person sees when they look into it. 4. The role of the mirror. The Mirror of Erised is not just a magical object, but also a tool to reflect the desires that can drive people into obsession, teaching Harry an important lesson about moving forward. Differences. Book versus movie. The book spends more time exploring Harry's emotions while in front of the mirror, emphasizing his loneliness and longing. In the movie the scene is more visually dramatic, but less focused on Harry's internal struggle. Dumbledore's explanation of the mirror's powers is slightly more detailed in the book than in the film, where the scene is shortened. And that wraps up the chapter of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to join me as we dive deeper into the magical world of Harry Potter, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Boundless Books, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support helps keep the magic alive. See you in the next chapter. Until then, happy reading. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we dive into chapter 13 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, titled Nicholas Flamel. In this chapter, Harry, Ron and Hermione finally uncover the mystery behind Nicholas Flamel and the secrets of the Philosopher's Stone. Let's explore every magical detail and unravel this chapter together. Key points. Harry, Ron and Hermione's relentless search in the library pays off when they discover Nicholas Flamel's identity from a chocolate frog card. They learn he is a famous alchemist, the only known creator of the Philosopher's Stone, which grants immortality and turns any metal into pure gold. The trio deduces that the stone is what's being guarded by Fluffy, the three-headed dog, Quidditch, and Snape. Harry plays another Quidditch match, during which he spots Snape suspiciously talking to Quirrell. Gryffindor wins the match, keeping Harry's unbeaten streak intact. Harry grows increasingly concerned that Snape is trying to steal the stone and intimidate Quirrell into helping him. The library scene. Harry sneaks into the restricted section of the library with his invisibility cloak to search for more information, but accidentally triggers a screaming book, leading to a close escape from Filch and Snape. Differences from the movie. In the book, Harry and Hermione spend more time researching Nicholas Flamel in the library, which is skipped in the movie. Harry's encounter with the screaming book in the restricted section is much more dramatic in the book than portrayed in the movie. Crux of the chapter. This chapter ties critical elements of the mystery together, revealing the importance of Nicholas Flame and the Philosopher's Stone. It heightens the tension between Harry and Snape while emphasizing the trio's determination and teamwork. Conclusion. And that's all for chapter 13 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This chapter sets the stage for bigger discoveries and conflicts to come. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned as we continue our journey through this magical series on Boundless Books. Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today we dive into chapter 14 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Norbert, the Norwegian Ridgeback. Let's explore how Hagrid's love for magical creatures gets the trio into trouble, and how a tiny dragon hatches chaos at Hogwarts. Main summary. The chapter begins with Harry, Ron, and Hermione keeping busy studying for exams, but their curiosity about the Sorcerer's Stone remains strong. They're frustrated that Hagrid won't give them much information. However, when they visit him, they discover he's acquired a dragon egg. Hagrid is thrilled about hatching a Norwegian Ridgeback, a rare and dangerous dragon species. The egg soon hatches and Hagrid names the dragon Norbert. The trio realizes keeping a dragon in Hogwarts is not only illegal but dangerous. Norbert grows quickly, becoming aggressive and destructive. When Draco Malfoy discovers Norbert's existence, the stakes rise. He threatens to expose Hagrid, giving him leverage over the trio. In a daring move, Harry and Hermione plan to smuggle Norbert out of the castle to Charlie Weasley, Ron's older brother who works with dragons in Romania. However, the plan doesn't go smoothly. While carrying Norbert up to the astronomy tower, they're caught by Argus Filch after Malfoy tips him off. Key points 1. Hagrid's love for magical creatures. Despite warnings, Hagrid's obsession with dangerous creatures puts him and the trio in peril. 2. Foreshadowing Malfoy's cunning nature. Malfoy's actions show his knack for manipulating situations to his advantage. 3. Themes of friendship and teamwork. The trio works together to help Hagrid, risking their safety. Differences from the movie. In the book, Norbert's departure is more elaborate, involving a carefully planned smuggling mission. Malfoy witnessing Norbert's existence plays a bigger role in the book, increasing the tension. That's it for chapter 14. From the chaos of a baby dragon to the ever-growing danger, this chapter adds depth to the trio's adventures. What are your thoughts on Norbert and Hagrid's obsession with magical creatures? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for chapter 15 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Welcome to Boundless Books. Today we are covering chapter 15 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the Forbidden Forest. This chapter takes us deep into the eerie woods, where Harry and his friends encounter danger, mystery, and dark revelations. Let's unravel the secrets lurking in the shadows. Main summary. The chapter starts with Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Draco being caught breaking school rules, earning detention. Their punishment is to accompany Hagrid into the Forbidden Forest at night to track an injured unicorn. Hagrid splits the group into two teams, Harry and Hermione with Hagrid, and Draco with Neville and Fang, Hagrid's dog. The forest is hauntingly silent, with an unnatural chill. Harry and Hermione's team finds silver unicorn blood on the ground, a clue to the mysterious attacker. While exploring, Harry's scar burns painfully. He encounters a hooded figure drinking unicorn blood. The sight is chilling, and he feels a surge of fear and danger. Firenze, a centaur, rescues Harry, explaining that the figure drinking unicorn blood is someone desperate to stay alive, likely Voldemort. The chapter ends with Harry connecting the dots about Voldemort's potential return and realizing that the Sorcerer's Stone is key to his plans. Key points 1. Introduction to the Forbidden Forest. A magical yet foreboding place full of mystery and danger. 2. The Centaurs. Firenze's insights reveal celestial truths and hint at the overarching plot of Voldemort's survival. 3. Harry's scar. A recurring motif that symbolizes his connection to Voldemort's dark magic. Differences from the movie. In the book, Neville is part of the detention group, while in the movie, Ron takes his place. The Centaurs' discussion about Mars being bright, symbolizing war, is more prominent in the book. Harry's interaction with Frenzy, and the emphasis on Voldemort's desperation are explored in greater detail in the book. That's it for chapter 50. This chapter deepens the story's tension, bringing us closer to the showdown with Voldemort. What did you think of the Forbidden Forest and Harry's encounter with the hooded figure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're enjoying these summaries, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for chapter 16 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Chapter 16 begins with the trio preparing for the final task of stopping whoever is after the Philosopher's Stone. Harry is plagued by dreams of the Forbidden Forest and Voldemort, making him more determined to act. Final exams at Hogwarts are over and the trio is consumed with thoughts about the stone. Hagrid accidentally reveals that Fluffy, the three-headed dog, can be subdued with music, confirming their suspicions that the stone is in immediate danger. Key moments. Realization. About the stone's security, Harry, Ron and Hermione learn that Dumbledore has been summoned away from Hogwarts by a fake letter. They deduce this is part of the plan to steal the stone. They rush to act before it is too late, especially since Snape seems more suspicious than ever. Confronting Neville attempts to stop them from breaking school rules. In a brave but heartbreaking moment, Hermione uses the Petrificus Totalis spell to freeze him, showing the stakes of their mission. Through the trapdoor, the trio sneaks into the third-floor corridor and confronts Fluffy. Using a flute gifted by Hagrid, Harry puts Fluffy to sleep. They jump through the trapdoor, falling into Devil's Snare. Hermione's knowledge of herbology helps them escape by summoning light and relaxing their bodies. Challenges designed by the professor's flying keys. Flitwick. The trio enters a room filled with enchanted keys and must catch the correct one using a broomstick. Harry's Quidditch skills come in handy. Chessboard, McGonagall. In a giant wizard chess game, Ron plays the role of a knight and sacrifices himself so Harry and Hermione can proceed. This moment highlights Ron's courage and strategic thinking. Potion riddle, Snape. Hermione's logical reasoning solves a puzzle involving potions. She chooses the right potion for Harry to continue alone while she returns to help Ron. Harry's determination. Harry enters the final room, setting up the climactic confrontation. Key points. Hagrid's carelessness with information about Fluffy. Neville's brave attempt to uphold the rules despite being outmatched. Teamwork and each character's strengths are showcased. Harry's flying, Ron's strategy, and Hermione's intellect. Increasing tension and stakes with the realization that the theft of the stone could have catastrophic consequences. Differences from the movie Neville's role. The book highlights Neville trying to stop the trio, a subplot omitted from the film. Devil's Snare scene. In the book, Hermione saves the day by creating light, while in the movie, she uses a spell to summon fire. Chess sacrifice. In the book, Ron physically gets knocked out during his sacrifice, emphasizing the danger and seriousness of the game, which is more dramatic than the film's portrayal. Potion puzzle. The logical potion riddle is entirely omitted in the movie, removing a key moment for Hermione's problem-solving skills. Crux of the chapter. This chapter demonstrates the trio's growing bond and determination to fight for the greater good, even at personal risk. The challenges they face emphasize their unique strengths and foreshadow Harry's pivotal confrontation in the next chapter. If you're enjoying these summaries, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for Chapter 17 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. In the climactic Chapter 17 of the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, titled The Man with Two Faces, we will see the unveiling of the true mastermind behind the plot to steal the Philosopher's Stone and the truth about Voldemort's survival. Key moments. The unexpected villain. Harry reaches the final room, expecting to confront Snape, but instead finds Professor Quirrell. Quirrell reveals that he has been working for Voldemort all along. Voldemort's weakened form is living on the back of Quirrell's head, concealed by a turban. This shocking revelation highlights Voldemort's desperate attempts to regain power. The mirror of Eris the Stone is hidden in the mirror of Eris, enchanted by Dumbledore, so only someone who wants to find it but not use it can retrieve it. Harry looks into the mirror and feels the stone appear in his pocket, thanks to his pure intentions. Voldemort's manipulation. Voldemort, through Quirrell, tries to persuade Harry to join him, offering to bring back Harry's parents. Harry's refusal solidifies his character as someone who values love and sacrifice over power. The battle, Quirrell attacks Harry, but when he touches Harry, his skin burns. This is due to the protection left by Lily Potter's sacrifice, which resides in Harry's blood. In the ensuing struggle, Harry passes out as Quirrell disintegrates and Voldemort's spirit escapes. Harry wakes in the hospital wing. Harry learns from Dumbledore that the stone has been destroyed to prevent it from being misused. Dumbledore explains that Harry was protected by his mother's love, which Voldemort cannot comprehend or overcome. The House Cup. During the end-of-year feast, Dumbledore awards last-minute points to Gryffindor for the trio's bravery, intelligence, and nerve, leading Gryffindor to win the House Cup. Key points. Quirrell, not Snape, is revealed as the villain, flipping expectations. Voldemort's survival and influence are shown, emphasizing the danger still present in the wizarding world. Themes of love, sacrifice, and courage are central to this chapter. The destruction of the stone closes the immediate threat, but leaves Voldemort's return as an ominous possibility. Differences from the movie Quirrell's role. The book provides more dialogue between Harry and Quirrell, detailing Voldemort's influence over him. The House Cup. The movie omits some of the detailed reactions during the House Cup announcement, including Snape's visible disappointment. Quirrell's disintegration. In the book, Quirrell suffers physically due to Harry's touch before Voldemort flees, while the movie dramatizes this with more visual effects. Crux of the chapter. This chapter solidifies the themes of love and sacrifice as the ultimate powers against darkness. Harry's journey from an ordinary boy to a hero who faces Voldemort for the first time sets the tone for the rest of the series. If you're enjoying these summaries, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for the next chapter of Harry Potter's adventurous life.